Afternoon and welcome to the Jimmy Powell Oval. Apologies for the late start. Eastern Caribbean playing India here. The score right now 30-2. That's Jason Ramlagan. He's just lost. Sorry, is that Jason Edwards? He's just lost his wicket. And going to the crease now is Vic Daniram. He will be joining Antoine Eiffel. We'll have a short break in the commentary box, but we will pick it up shortly. So stay with us.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to JPO Oval from the beautiful Cayman Islands. Some might say the best district, West Bay, but surely another lovely day for cricket. We'll soon have an update from the scorers, but it looks to be, last score I saw was 52 for 2, Eastern Caribbean. Had an excellent start from Sunil, very enterprising innings. I know he would have loved to have been there still, but he gave the team a good start. Jason batted at 3, didn't get off to the start that he would have liked, short stay. And now you have the experienced Vic at the crease with Antoine Eiffel. Hits that one over the top, down the ground for 2. From Larry to Vic again. Short delivery, and Vic misses out there. I'm sure he'd want that delivery back, but he'll pick up another couple. And 4 runs from 2 balls so far. And it's over. Vic, a very attacking batsman. I'm sure he will look to bat through most of the innings, and as long as he's there, expect a lot of runs to be scored. In comes Larry again, and Vic on the back foot, punching that one to the cover fielder for no run. Short delivery again, and Vic pulls that one in the mid-wicket region, and that will go for 4. Lovely shot from Vic. As I said, he will look to keep the score rate up. Short delivery, I'm pretty sure he would have wished he hit that for 6, but I guess playing it safe right now. Good overs from them. Apologies on the deliveries on the screen, but it's definitely overcalled by umpire Courtney Young. And again, Vic will be looking to push on the score. Apologies for that break. New bowler, Dar, bowling his leg spin. Bowling to Vic now. Vic a very strong player all around the ground. And Dar throws that one up and has hit straight down the ground. Will he be caught? Yes, he's caught. Long off, an excellent catch. Big wicket. Very big wicket. And India will be very happy with that result. Not so much Eastern Caribbean, but excellent catch in the outfield. Looked to keep swinging away from the fielder, and he held on. Excellent catch. India very happy. Celebrations all around. They know the importance of that wicket. Scoring rate would have definitely been going up as long as Vic is at the crease. But in comes Jamil Buchanan, experienced left-hander, and a good matchup, left-hander versus left-hander. You look to hit with the spin more than likely, but a very good player, square of the wicket. Dar will try and bowl into his pads and try and restrict him from freeing his arms. Again, if you're just joining us, India just took a very important wicket up Vic, and in comes Dar to Jamil. Tentative prod forward for a dot ball. Comes Dar again. He throws that one up and played square. I did say Jamil likes to play square of the wicket, and he's off the mark. Antoine Eiffel back on strike, open the innings. New bowler, Going to Jamil. I haven't seen him bowl before, but short delivery and wide. I'm sure Jamil would have felt that he missed out there. But a wide ball call by umpire Courtney. Wide delivery again. Strong breeze blowing across the ground. Jamil missing out on that one. If he had just picked that up, I'm sure he would have carried over the fence for 6. But good result for India, I guess. One run given wide ball. And he plays that one square. Backward of square. Good shot. Didn't try to get a lot of elevation. Went for placement this time. And 4 runs. Good shot. Hitting with the spin. Loud appeal. Not out, says umpire Courtney. Jamil playing that one a bit casual. I think he should just continue to play positive here. Good matchup. Flight it again, and that one is hit square. And misfield allows them to trot through for a single. Antoine on strike now. Another left-hander. So this is really good. That one is thrown up and now it's hit through the covers. I think they should look to run hard and try and get 2 here. Jamil turned him blind, but saved 2 runs. And good result. Good over so far for Eastern Caribbean. They must keep the score going. And they're doing it safely so far. Couple wides in the over. Boundary. A 2. So they're keeping the intent in the over to see how they can finish the over strong. And that one's thrown up and a cheeky single taken there. Fielder caught on the heels and fairly easy single in the end. And that's the end of the over. Antoine will be on strike. And that looks to be Dar taking the ball again to bowl his second over. So, Eastern Caribbean, 2 left-handers at the crease, and India saying, okay, no issues. We'll bowl our leg spin. Normally, teams would try and avoid that. But the Indian team quite confident in their bowlers. We'll see how this over pans out. But India team taking quite long to get to their fielding positions, long off and long on, taking their time to get there. Bit drawn out. Then comes Dar. Faster delivery, and Antoine, well played by Antoine, pushes that one down the ground for a single. Dar, very experienced campaigner. That's a very quicker, faster ball. But to Jamil now, I think he'll look to again, bowl into his pads. And he goes to Jamil. He throws that one up, and ooh. That one just getting through, but luckily for Jamil, misses the stumps. But I think he should have done better with that delivery. A bit casual. And he goes again. Another dot delivery. Jamil playing very tentative. India will be happy with this. Good over so far. delivery again. One delivery left in the over. Jamil, I think he should look to get his front foot across to the ball and try and rotate the strike and keep it ticking. Dot ball's not helping Eastern Caribbean here. A bouncer ball by Dar. We haven't seen that one. But caught Jamil by surprise. And luckily for him, ball falls in no man's land. End of the over. Very good over from Dar. And the Eastern Caribbean team should be looking to push on now. And worst case scenario, not look to soak up so many dot deliveries. So let's see if they can get some impetus back into this innings. I think they have some experience there in the dugout still to bat. Just continue to play positive and keep the scoreboard ticking. Good intent from Antoine. But another dot ball again. It's about 5 dot balls in a row, or 4 dot balls in a row. And need to get some runs on the board. Pushed into the offside for a single, which is much better than a dot ball. But India will be very pleased with this passage of play, tightening the reins on the run rate. And he goes to Jamil. And that one thrown up on Jamil, swinging across the line. Ball is there to be hit. And in the end, they made a fairly easy single look quite hard. Don't think the non-strike was backing up there, but I guess youth with a lot of speed still was able to reach comfortably. And he goes to Antoine. And again, on the back foot and punching the offside single. So Antoine doing his best to keep the score ticking. But India again will be very pleased with this. Been a while since the last boundary. And given the start that they got from, oh, that's a lovely pull shot from Jamil. Will the fielder backwards score? Well done. Well done. Being saved by a good bounce there and only limiting to 2 runs. Well done by the fielder. Very, very well done. And only 2 runs there from Jamil. But some would say maybe he should have looked to lift that one up and get it across the boundary rope, but only 2 runs there. And that one is played through the offside. Sorry, to third man, short third man, and 1 run. Very, very good over. Again from the Indian team. Very good over. Good passage of play for them. They will be very happy with this. Outcomes that looks to be Jason looks to be sending a message, or maybe he'll carry a drink for the batsman. But definitely I think some more intent needs to be shown here from the Asian Star team. A lot of quality. These 2 batsmen out here are quality batsmen as well. But as we've seen, pace off the ball, barring Dar bowling's quicker deliveries, pace off the ball seems to be working for them at this moment. Dar bowling to Jamil. Let's see if Jamil will look to get the scoring up. And that one's thrown up. Well played. Well played. A cheeky single taken there. That's what they need to do if they're not scoring boundaries. Look to rotate the strike. Still have a good start. This game is set up for a lot of positive hits at the back end. 7 wickets in hand. I think the faster that they could get to 100, it should set up. I think they should be looking at 170, 180. Very good batting track. Darbo's is quicker delivery again. And well played by Jamil. He just guides it now past short third man. And that's into the fence for 4. Lovely shot from Jamil Buchanan. Very well played. Did say it's very strong square of the wicket. And he used the pace of that delivery well. India giving up a boundary after a short period of time. But maybe this may be a sign of things to come. And Jamil backs away again, missing that one, playing his favorite cut shot. But I think the bounce there got the better of him. Dot ball. And comes Dyer again. Throws that one up. And again, Jamil backing away. And some should say, think it would be best if he goes towards the ball. But again, pace off the ball proving to be the trick again. That one thrown up again. And tentatively prodded forward, but into the offside for a single. And that's the over from Dar. Jamil looks to be stealing the strike. But better over from the Asian Stars. Good comeback from Dar. I think they're going to continue with spin. It's working, so why change it? But there's some experience in that Asian Star batting lineup. Maybe we'll get a chance to see father-son duo, Ali Eiffel, son Antoine out there at the crease now. He has open innings, and he's a runner ball 30, and good platform set for him to get a half century at a big score. That one thrown up again and punched through the offside by Jamil. It'll only be a single, but bowler bowling very cleverly, very slowly. Most batsmen's strength are, on the leg side, and we haven't seen an expansive drive through the cover as yet. This one thrown up to Antoine, and very well played off the back foot, and that's a single. Much better from these two. Oh, that one hits the stumps, and they'll get a second. Good throw from the fielder, but it wasn't necessary at that time. Direct hit, but the ball ricocheting, and they're able to go back for a second. Today at the JPO Cricket Oval upstairs, we have food on sale by Fresh Up, member of the Cayman cricket community. 1 second, and that should be a no ball. That one is pulled square. No signal from the umpire, but 1 run. But again, Fresh Up is here. They're selling chicken masala, wings and fries. Come on out and support. Here comes the bowler again to Jamil. Played expansively through the offside. 1 run. Again, no boundary so far, and it's over. 2 deliveries left. Let's see if they could prize out a boundary here, or if India can prize out a wicket. Oh, well played by Antoine. An easy delivery. Bowler looks to be tiring a bit. Will this get into the boundary? Yes, it does now. And you could sense the intent from the batsman. Ever since the message came out there, a message seemed to be sent. But that delivery is a very easy delivery to be put away, and Antoine obliges and hits that one behind square. It rolls into the fence for 4. Eastern Caribbean nearing 100 runs there now, 97 for 3. And it'll be 7 overs left after this. In comes the ball again to Antoine. That one's thrown up and driven. Well played by Antoine. And they may look for 2 here. They should get 2. And a very excellent over from them. Very well played, low risk, picking up the odd boundary, and importantly, no dot balls this over. But the score is 99-3 here at the JPO Oval as the Asian Stars look to put on a big score and try to bat India out the game. Look to pick up the score now. Antoine Eiffel on 39 of 34 deliveries. Jamil Buchanan 18 off of 21. Overall run rate for Eastern Caribbean at 7.62. And I'm sure they'll be looking to, again, continue having a previous over like what they did. Maybe even bigger with a lot of wickets in the shed. They look to be Dar again. Maybe he's saving himself to bowl towards the end of the innings. New bowler. Coming to bowl another, looks to be another spin bowler. Bowling to Jamil Buchanan. Coming around the wicket to the left-hander. Tosses the ball up like an off-spinner. Let's see if he could give India another tight over, or will it be Eastern Caribbean? That's a lovely shot from Jamil. Over cover. Does it have enough legs to get to the boundary? No. Fielder runs around and pick it up. And a good start from the over again for Eastern Caribbean. That's 2 runs to Jamil. Well played. Well played. I'm sure if you put a little bit more in that, it would have went to 4 for 4. Maybe went for placement, and Dar going on the circle now, challenging Jamil to hit it over his head. Oh, well played again. That was chipped down the ground. To a long on. 1 run. So, game goes on. 100 up for Eastern Caribbean. Oh, dot ball, well bowled. That one wicket on the stumps. Antoine just playing it back to the bowler. And he goes again to Antoine. He throws that one up and hits straight back down the ground from Antoine. Will they pressure the fielder for 2? Will Jamil go back? No. They settle for 1. So 4 runs from the over so far. From 4 deliveries. He comes again. And that one is hit from Jamil over the fielder, short mid wicket. And Antoine, very excellent running between the wickets. Knows the importance of needing runs. And he ran aggressively. Knew he was going back to the danger end. Pushing Jamil there. And 2 runs. Good running between the wicket from the youngster. Not running his runs. Signaling for water now. Yes, it's very hot out here. But he's doing hard yards for his team. 1 delivery left in the over. Comes the ball to Jamil. And bowl him. That's bowl him. Wicket to wicket. That one hits the top of middle stump. Pegs it back. That looks like a tired shot. Premeditated. That one is on the stumps. He would have been better off hitting that down the ground. But nevertheless, bowled. New bowler brings a wicket. And Eastern Caribbean losing their 4th wicket now. The score is 105 for 4. And this looks to be Marjin Bu going out to the crease. Very positive batsman. I'm sure that he'll look to keep the scoreboard ticking, but the score now is 105 for 4. 14 overs gone. India finding a wicket there. And we know in cricket is a funny game. 1 wicket now brings 2, but let's see if Eastern Caribbean can keep this partnership for a period of time. Antoine Eiffel is should be on strike. And he's well set now. Sure, he looked to get his strike rate up. But opening the innings, he's still there. Umpire Courtney fixing the stumps, I guess, before he goes back to his square leg position. Oh, sorry. He's a standing umpire now. My apologies. He's actually fixing the stumps because he's actually at that end now. New bowler. Used to be a medium pacer. Is the right time around? Not too sure. I'll let you know in a few minutes. Slight field change. Setting to be a long on. See with a 5 out. You have a long on, deep mid wicket, backward square, cover sweeping on the boundaries, more cover point, and long off going back. And he comes right arm over to Antoine Eiffel. Short delivery, and he plays that one back to the bowler. Good start is over. Very good start. But again, Eastern Caribbean well set. I'm sure they'd be very unhappy with anything less than 170. And he chips that one. Let's see if they'll run two. Marjamu not running. Oh, he comes back for the second. Very well done. Fielder misfield. And Marjamu obliged. Coming back to the danger end. And he picks up 2 runs. Runs the second one for Antoine. Moves on to 42. Comes the bowler to Antoine Eiffel again. Very well played. Plays that one. Tucks that one to short mid wicket, and they take a single. So on to strike to face his first delivery is Marjin Boo. Another aggressive batsman, strong down the ground. I'm sure if the bowler pitches up in his half, he'll be looking to deposit this over the boundary for 6. Slight change in the field, right-hand batsman now. Getting the point fielder set correctly. Wicketkeeper assisting and marshalling everyone around the field. In comes the ball to Marjin Boo for his first delivery. Short delivery, and he just tucks that one to point and just runs a easy single and get off the mark. 2 balls left in this over. Good over so far. No boundaries. 4 runs from it with 2 deliveries left. And he comes to Antoine Eiffel. Let's see what he does here. That one's pitched up and driven back, and and it hits the ball and ricochets onto the stumps. It was a drop catch and unfortunate for Marjin Boo. That ricochets onto the stumps. He was backing up to get a cheeky single, but unfortunate for him, that one ricochets onto the stump, and he's run out from the non-striker end. India again. This is 2 overs back to back. They've picked up wickets, and they seem to be holding off an onslaught from the Eastern Caribbean. Another aggressive batsman goes. Very disappointed Marjin Boo, and rightfully so. Unfortunate way to go. Antoine, bit lucky there, but that's part of the game. But out of that, India still was able to get a wicket out of that. So 5 deliveries bowled in over, 1 delivery left. And let's see what Antoine does here with this delivery. Fielder setting point to go a bit more square before he bowls. Maybe he bowls some wide outside off some. And he goes to Antoine Eiffel, and he pitches that one up. And let's see if he played that inside edge. I think the umpire will signal inside edge. Yes, it's a run to end the over, and a good over from the India team. Only 5 runs from it and a wicket as they keep Eastern Caribbean at bay from having an onslaught. They look to push on in his final overs. 5 overs left in this innings. With some positive batting, they can still get a decent score. The 160 is still on. They are 170. 10 over from here should get them to 160, but it will take some boundaries. Antoine still at the crease. 4 from 41 deliveries. Well set. Sure, he looked to get his strike rate up within his last 5 overs. Good to see a youngster standing up to the challenge here. Been around for a while now, exposed from early. We already represented Cayman already. So definitely one for the future, and this is a good sign. In comes the bowler now to Antoine. Full, and he drives that one down the ground. And that brings, ladies and gentlemen, Mahindra Nagamutu here on island. And get to understand he's preparing for a Masters tournament. But on island, good for Cayman cricket. He's here, getting a game with the Eastern Caribbean team. And in comes the bowler to him. And he tickles that one square off the mark. Feel like come off the backward square boundary. Picks it up and lobs it in. But yes, Mahindra Nagamutu, former West Indies player, on island, playing for Eastern Caribbean. And we want to send a special welcome to him. That one bowled full to Antoine Eiffel, and that's straight back to the bowler. But India here, keep pegging away, looking to get wickets, but importantly, the runs isn't coming. Ooh. That one seemed to hit Antoine on the pad, even though it went out the leg side, so no wide signal. But so far, 4 deliveries, 2 runs. Hits that one down the ground for a single. 1 delivery left in the over. Mahindra Nagamutu to face it. India doing very, very well here. And the order of the day has been slow bowling and has been working very well. Last delivery. And they get a single off of that. And will you throw it away? No, backed up by Dar. Leg by signal. And a good over from India again. 4 runs from it. With 4 overs to go, Eastern Caribbean is 114 for 5. Very well set batsman Antoine, 46 or 45 deliveries. They'd like to go on to half century and from there look to pick it up. As the team requires a big push in the end if they want to get a big score on the board. This India team has some very aggressive batsmen. Dar coming back now to bowl. He's one of those aggressive batsmen. He's in good form this season. Couple of decent scores and a half century. And he goes to Nagamutu. Like spinner to left-hander. And Nagamutu plays that one square. Behind square rather. And 1 run. Antoine Eiffel on strike now. But this is good stuff from the India unit. They'll be very disappointed if Eastern Caribbean would be able to pick up and get a decent score here, get a 170 here. In Dar bowls to Antoine Eiffel, and he hits that one. Oh, and it's a misfield, and he'll come back for 2. Let's see if he will turn and go for 3. Very aggressive runner. Yeah, and there he goes again. He's running for 3. And that should take him to 49. Good running there from Antoine. India giving away 3 runs there. What should have been a single turned into 3. 4 runs from 2 deliveries. Antoine Eiffel moves on to 49. In comes Dar to Mahindra Nagamutu. Loops that one. And goes through to the keeper. Dot delivery. Scores 118 for 5. In comes, and that one's hit high. Square leg fielder running in, and it drops right in front of him. And he throws it back to the keeper, so only 1 run. Oh, no, they cheat. They steal a second one. It hits the keeper and ricochets to the fielder. No need for that kind of throw. It was 1 run made. But some intent here from Mahindra. Score moves on to 120. 2 deliveries left in the over. In comes Dar to Mahindra. Fuller and faster. And well played. Pushing the offside for a single. Brings Antoine on strike. He's on 49. One delivery left in the over. Will he be able to get through to a half century? Let's see. And he pushes that one in the offside. Takes an easy single. And a half century for the youngster. He raises the bat now to the pavilion. Very well set now. Batting through the innings. Getting some experience and some time in the middle. And he goes through to a half century. Very well played by the young man. Showing good character. Lost a lot of wickets around him, so he maintained the ship. And I think he's the reason why the Eastern Caribbean team is well set here. 3 overs to go. Antoine on strike after bringing up his half century off of 47 deliveries. Sorry, you look to push on now. He's gotten there. Very well played by him. And this looks to be the 4th over for Manish. So the board says 2. 2 overs from Manish. I believe it's 4. But anyway, nevertheless, into Antoine. He hits that one straight back hard down the ground. The long off fielder set a bit straight. And picked up and thrown back. Only 1 run. Manish to Nagamutu now. And that one's picked up. And will it? Oh, one bounce to the fielder at deep mid wicket. But definitely some aggressive shots being played now. Score moves on to 124 for 5. 17.2 overs bowled. Manish to Antoine. And he works that one into the leg side. Show him the wicket and for a single. But India team, will they steal another one? Yes, this is poor cricket from the India team. Giving away an easy second run there. Lob back to the bowler. He wasn't able to get a hand on it. And the batsmen very aware, staying in the game, and they're able to come back for a second. Comes Manish to Antoine. And he hits that one down the ground for a single. Good bowling so far from Manish. And he goes to Nagamutu now. Throwing that one up and long off is a very straight long off, and it seems to be working for the India team. And they only get a single. So score moves on to 128 for 5. Definitely will take a miracle for the Eastern Caribbean team to get to that 170 to recalibrate now. And Antoine hits that one down the ground, and it falls short of the fielder at long on. And they get a single. Get a single off of the last ball. And this looks like to be innings called. So they seem to be playing 18 overs. So it's 129 for 5. 129 for 5. Wow. A very good effort from India in the end. Very good effort from India. I'm sure to be pleased with that score. 129 for 5. They're happy to chase that given the track that's out there. Very, very, very good batting track, and that's the end of the innings. I believe that this game is really playing to see where Eastern Caribbean will place. But they have already qualified for the semis. India playing, and they have not qualified for the semi-final. However, I'm sure they'd like to go out the tournament with a win. So nevertheless, I'm sure they will look to be positive and try and hit the score off. But the score at the end of 18, innings called 129 for 5. Antoine Eiffel, top scorer, 55 or 51 deliveries. And I'm sure that we have a enterprising chase coming up as we break for our interval, and we'll be back shortly for the second innings. And we're back here live at the JPO Cricket Oval here in the beautiful Cayman Islands. As you see the teams making their way back out to the pitch, umpires throwing out. If you're just joining us, India needs 130 from 20 overs. Top scorer for Asian Stars was Antoine Eiffel with 55. But the Indian team should be happy with chasing 130, but I don't think it'll be easy. The power play will be very important here. A lot of experience on this Asian Star team. Just want to send a special shout out to the groundsman. Andrew Black would provide another lovely pitch for cricket. Outfield cut. Ball seems to be running very well on it. Another lovely prepared surface for cricket. Shout out to him again. As we get ready to start the second innings, bowler taking his run up. Looks to be Cleo. New on the island. Bowls a lovely outswinger. I guess he looked to bring it back into the left-hander. But he has had a good tournament so far. Again, Mahindra Nagamutu playing for the Asian Stars. We look to see him with the ball soon on the island and preparing for a Masters tournament. Good for the sport to have him here and representing Asian Stars. Or sorry, Eastern Stars. So in the power play, only 2 fielders allowed out. As I said, he bowls a lovely out swinger to the right-handers and left-handed Dar facing. So he looked to bring it back in. So the 2 fielders out is my deep square, just in front of square and a fine leg. So we see a clear plan here with the field set. And he comes to the first delivery to Dar. He comes. Full delivery, down the leg side. And will it get to the boundary? Feel that finally unable to pick that up, and into the boundary it goes, 5 wides. Terrible delivery to start, only defending 130. Not the start that Eastern Caribbean would want. So he goes around the wicket now. And he moves. A fine leg, very fine. Shouldn't be looking to bowl that line, but in he goes now to Dar. Full delivery again and down the leg side. I guess that's why he wanted a fielder at fine leg, very fine. Not good bowling, and it's very floaty. And wide delivery again. They got a run, so 2 wides. But the keeper, Marjan Boo, unable to move to try and get a hand on that one. But Larry's on strike now. Another attacking batsman. And the bowler should be much more comfortable here. So you have a third man and deep cover on the boundary. And he goes to the first slip, pick up first slip, and out swinger there going. And not carrying to the keeper, but it kept swinging after it past the crease and dot ball. Bowler looks to be taken back over his run up, but it doesn't seem to be bowling with the same zip that he normally bowls with. For Eastern Caribbean, I'm sure they'll be hoping that he gets it right away. And he comes again now to Larry. And short and wide and good collection there from the keeper. It died in front of him, and he moved across and in front of first slip, and he collects that one. Just a wide given, and it looks to be taking over his run up again. Not in good rhythm today. Not accustomed to seeing him bowling like this. Has a good tournament so far. And he comes again. Jane is run up again. Up he goes. And a beautiful delivery. That one looked to pitch on middle and going away from him. Squared him up well. Very good delivery. That's what we know he's accustomed to doing. You have first slip coming out now looking to go. Looks to be a gully, but a very good delivery. That's what we're accustomed to seeing from Cleo. That one had a little bit more zip. He looked much more comfortable in his run-up. And that one swung beautiful away from the right-handed Larry. Just wondering if Larry looked to try and hit him off his line. In comes Cleo again, and that one goes wide again. Taken from the keeper, who dives to his right. We talk about this excessive outswing that Cleo has, not being able to get it right consistently this over. However, margin Blue, the keeper there, saving him there. That one would have, it just kept going. Good stop from him. Only limited to just a wide being called. I'm sure you'll see some slower bowlers coming on shortly. This team has a lot of spin options. Cleo actually is the only pace bowler. Beautiful delivery again. That's the line. That's the line he's accustomed to bowling. And we're halfway through the over. Very long over, but 3 legal deliveries bowled. And believe it or not, no runs off the bat as yet. All wides. Here comes Cleo again to Larry. Up he goes. And that one swinging away again. No footwork from Larry. Umpire looks to be having a word with Cleo in his landing area where he's landing. Just giving a verbal warning there. Not an official warning, but Cleo definitely made an adjustment to how he runs up, looking to get close to the stump and bowl wicket to wicket and allow the outswinger to shape away from the right-handed batsman. But in doing so, runs into danger area. Umpire having a friendly word with him. Just let him know, getting a bit too close there. But good comeback from Cleo. And he looks to close out this over. Now in he goes, bowls to Larry. And that one's pitched up and swings, and umpire stretches out his arms again. Umpire Courtney there, signaling another wide. And again, no runs off the bat. All wide so far this over. Cleo unaccustomed to, I guess we all have some bad days, but not accustomed to seeing this. He's having a good tournament so far. Not getting the start he would have wanted. Ali Eiffel there at mid-on. Very experienced campaigner, giving him some words of encouragement. In comes Cleo again to Larry. And that one's short and pulled away. Down to fine leg area. No feeler there. Chased by Jamie Buchanan, who has a strong arm. And only 2 runs. First runs off the bat. 2 runs to Larry. 1 ball left in the over. But first runs off the bat to India. But a good start for them. Predominantly given to them by the bowler. So it's 12 runs off of the over so far. And Cleo will look to close out this over. Would love to get a wicket here. And he goes to Larry. And, tentatively played on the front foot. But dot ball. Finally, we can come to the end of that over. Very long over. But I'm sure Cleo will be glad it's over. But this Eastern Caribbean team, a lot of experience, a lot of spin. I'm sure the spinners will be on Now, looks to be Vic Naniram, captain with the ball, accustomed to bowling the ball, opening the bowling. Very clever bowler. But Dar is on strike. He's been training very hard, putting a lot of work with Coach Andre McCarthy, working on his game, and we've seen the improvement. So credit to him, putting in the extra work. Credit to coach as well. But this is where it all comes down to match performances. So I'm sure he looked to get a good score and get his team over the line today. Don't know where Vic is bowling from. Yes, Larry goes over now. And so Vic will be bowling round the wicket to Dar. Looking more likely to tuck him up. As the field suggests, the two deep fielders are will be long on and deep with wicket. And Vic goes to Dar outside the off stump, and that's cut. That's cut. This outfield is running. New ball. Good batting surface. And that one slides onto the bat. Lovely. Well played by Dar. Fielder had no chance there. Just turn and just run and pick it up from the boundary. 4 runs. Very well played from Dar. Very well played. 4 runs. Good start to the over. As I did say, the power play will be crucial to them. In comes Vic again. What will he do with this delivery? Oh. He bowled it much slower, and Dar reaching very early before the ball is even delivered. I think if he just peep a little bit, he'll be able to play that ball much better. But going back, good comeback ball from Vic. Tucks that one into the onside and get a single. Vic now will be bowling to Larry. Good start. Good start to the over from the Indian team, who have pretty much controlled this game for the most part. As I said, Eastern Caribbean already qualifying. India unable to, but I'm sure they'd like to go out this tournament with a win. Faster delivery and takes the outside edge. Goes to Ali Aifulat, short third man. Dot delivery. Vic has a lot of variations. Look to get into his work. And he comes now to Larry. Slow up. And he pushes that one over to cover. Basil picks up another experienced campaigner. Another off spinner who will be in action very soon, I'm sure. A lot of experience. Vic to Larry again. And he pushes that one to mid-off. And Jason going to pick up one hand, unable to pick up, and they get a single. Good comeback from Vic. Only 5 runs coming from the over. India scoring at 9 over. Score is now 18 without loss. And Cleo takes back the gives his umpire his cap. He's going to bowl a second over. And I'm sure he'll look to correct the wrongs of the first over. Eastern Caribbean definitely need wickets to win this game. I don't think this will go all the way. But India team off to a good start. Larry on strike. Cleo, again, I personally would like to see a slip with an outswinger that he's bowling. But the captain opting to just 2 points. Looks to be a behind point. 2 men behind point. A very fine third man who's off the boundary. Deep cover. In comes Cleo to Larry. He pitches that one straight and that's picked up off his legs. Poor line. And he picks that one off. Backward of square for 4. Very well played by Larry. Not trying to overhit the ball, but poor line delivery. And with the field that he set, the captain definitely wants him to bowl offside field. That one on the pads, and a typical Indian or anything on the pads is going to go. Very well played by Larry. Excellent start for the India team. Not accustomed to seeing Cleo go for runs and bowl so much extras. However, good start for the India team. Let's see if he will correct that. And he goes to Larry. And he puts that one full and to point. I know it's dropped by the point feeler. Wow. Kevin Basil. He went for that one and dropped it. Cleo feel hard done there, correcting his line. And nothing worse than when you're going for runs and you get a chance and it's not taken. Hopefully, he'll keep his confidence going and look to go again and prize out a wicket. Don't let that get to him. But a chance nonetheless. Single taken, Dar on strike. Pitched up and down the leg side. That one taken from Margin Boo. One-handed. Very well. Good take from Margin Boo. Saving Cleo there. But he's definitely struggling bowling to the left-hander. Something that he would need to work on, I'm sure. But again, game of small margins. Drop catch the ball before. And he goes to Dar and he pitches that one straighter. Dar tucks it to short mid wicket. Dot delivery. Halfway through the over. Signaled by umpire Courtney, who is partnered with Zitra Robinson, former cricketer of West Bay and Bayreuth, wicket keeper and opening batsman. Continuing, giving back to the game by umpiring. In comes Cleo to Dar. That one's pitched back of a length and Dar showing the full face of the bat. Dot delivery. Doesn't need to take any risk here. Doesn't need to create a shot. They're scoring at 9 over. And 6 runs out this over so far. Let's see if he can keep it ticking. They're already ahead of the over. In Cleo comes to Dar. Floated delivery. And shaping down leg. And Larry trudges down to the striker's end. Easy single taken a leg by. Signaled by umpire Courtney. One delivery left in the over. But a very floated delivery from Cleo. Clearly there's a rhythm issue there. I'd be very surprised if the captain gives him back another over. Maybe if they take a wicket, they'll bring him back. But nevertheless, one ball left in the over. Let's see if he could prize out a wicket here. Unfortunately, had a drop catch in the over, but let's see if he could finish this over strong. Down the leg side and a good take from keeper Margin Boo, who is doing a lot of work behind the stumps. Very well taken from Margin Boo. Cleo down the leg side this time to the right hander. Clearly a rhythm issue. He just needs to come out over. Let's see what he does with this delivery, or will Larry pounce on it, sensing that he's just trying to get out the over. Will Larry give him the over, or will he put this away? In Cleo comes to Larry. And Larry plays another aggressive shot. It bounced just short in front of the point fielder. And he did well to not allow the ball to pass him. Larry runs off for a single there. Going to change his bat, it seems. But the ball seems to be falling in Basil. That's how this game goes. As the game goes on, good start from the India team. 27 runs off of 3 overs. Chasing 129. Only playing 18 overs. Vic, captain of the team, with the ball again to bowl the fourth over. Let's see if he can prize out a wicket here. 2 deep fielders out deep in the wicket. And long on to the right-handed Larry. But definitely a good start for the Indian team, who have, as I said, controlled this game right through. Ball run to third man. Good throw from Ali Eiffel into the keeper Margin Boo. Dot delivery. Well, bowl again. Drawing Larry on the front foot. And for defensive dot ball, very experienced bowler, Vic. He's bowling into the pitch, requiring that he needs to pull a run rate back for his team right now. And he goes again. And that one short and going into Larry. And they just took off running there. And a poor piece of cricket, but good backing up by Mahindra Nagamutu. Not allowing any overthrows there. But single taking. 1 run from 3 deliveries. Let's see if Vic could close out this over. And he bowls to Dar. I guess he's waiting on the field at deep wicket to get in position. And he goes to Dar. Into the pitch again. And he tries to tuck him up. And it, not sure if it's a wide. Did it get anything? Umpire Zitroy Robinson signals a wide. Margin Boo unable to hold the delivery, collect that one. And you get 2 wides there. A lot of extras. Extras definitely top scoring here for the India team, making it very easy for them to just settle in and bat. Larry on strike. Full delivery. And he sweeps that one. Will the fielder backward square run around and pick that one up? No, he's unable to pick it up. He run around, went one-handed. I think a dive would have been better off there. But 4-run signal by umpire Zitroy Robinson. Vic hanging that one outside off stump. And Larry just waiting on it very well. Going on the front foot, going low and sweeping behind square. And 4 runs. Very well played by Larry. India definitely in control of this one. Very good shot. Placement superb and going for 4. In comes Victor Larry now. On the offside. And again to Kevin Basil. Who else? Picks that one up. Dot delivery. And one ball left in this over. In comes Victor Larry. Ooh. Off the outside edge. To third man. Again. Ali doing a lot of work there in that area. Over bowl. 4 overs gone. 34 runs. Again, India only needing 96 runs to win from the remainder of overs. And again, as I said, this Eastern Caribbean team, a lot of spin. Kevin Basil giving the ball now. I'm sure you look to prize out a couple of wickets, put that drop catch behind him. But very experienced campaigner. India in cruise control at this moment. Eastern Caribbean searching to get into the game. Kevin Basil, originally from Guyana, played a lot of cricket for Cayman Islands as well. Now getting into some coaching. Another one that's giving back to the game, which is good to see. Still playing. I'm sure he'll use his experience now and try to prize out a wicket. And he goes to Dar. Flow to delivery into him. Into his pads, and he tucks that one away. And batsman going for 2. This should be a run out. He brings a wicket. Poor piece of running. Where was Dar going? 2 players converge on the ball, but very well done. They always say 2 go for the ball. Something couldn't happen. And Kevin Basil, new bowler, didn't get a wicket to his name, but he brought a wicket. A much needed wicket for Eastern Caribbean. I'm sure they take the wickets any way they come at this point, given the start that India's had. India's still in the driver's seat, I would say, but partnership broken. And this looks to be Naveen going to the wicket, very attacking batsman. Definitely wasn't 2 runs there. Dar looked like he was trying to get back on strike for whatever reason. They're in control of the game. Yes, he's in good form, but that's the end of his season. What a way to end it. I'm sure he'll be very disappointed. Very disappointed. But I guess all he has to do is continue training and prepare for the next season ahead. But this game, funny game as I always say, 1 wicket normally brings 2. I wonder if Basil could prize out the next set batsman as interesting field, no short mid wicket, but a deep wicket and a long on In he goes to Larry. And Larry hits that one over the top, over Vic's head at mid-off. Couple bounces into the fence for 4. Very floaty delivery outside off stump. We know he likes to throw them up every now and again, but that one is a rank throw up. And Larry obliges. Just getting a wicket, not the kind of start you don't want after that, albeit a run out, but you look to try and bring back some pressure onto the India team. That one into the pitch and cut ferociously to point. Misfield from Sunil, but if you ask me, did very well to get a hand on that. Good backing up from Antoine Eiffel. But that one hit very, very hard. I'm certain to say 4 runs there. New batsman on strike, Naveen. Basil into Naveen. Into the pitch. No run taken. He pushed that one into the offside. 2 deliveries left in this over. But I'm sure if he throws it up to Naveen, it will go far. Look, let's see if he closes out this over. And he tucks that one into the short middle kick region. Jamila, quick feeler, moving from square leg, picks up that one, lobs it back to the bowler, single taken, Larry back on strike. India in cruise control. Required run rate 5.93. They're scoring at 8.28 at this point in time. In comes Basil. Let's see how he closes out this over. Larry chips and he pushes a 4 defensive. No run taken. I think he chipped a bit early. Basil seeing him and dragging the ball down. But good end to the over from Basil. India move on to 40 for 1 after 5 overs. And there looks to be a change of bowling from top end. And this looks to be Mahindra with the ball. He takes his hat off, gives it to umpire Zitroy Robinson. Very experienced cricketer. Let's see if he can prize out a wicket. So, short innings, we're playing 18 overs. So the power play is actually over. You have a deep cover, long off, long on, and deep middle wicket on the boundary. Feels like somebody's missing. Naveen taking his guard. In comes Mahindra to Naveen. That one short. Top, where are they going? Dot delivery. In comes Nagabuto again. And plays that one aggressively through the offside. And they trot for 1. Theo doing some boundary work. And a change in the field as Vic goes to backward square now. Behind square. Deep backward square, sorry. Larry tapping that one in the offside. Jamie picks up one-handed and throw. And there's an appeal. And not out from the umpire. But good pickup from Jamil. Wasn't cleanly taken by the keeper, but he was able to parry the ball onto the stumps. So it looks to be a clear plan. You know, Larry knows how to sweep very well. So Vic comes back into the circle now for Naveen. In comes Nagamuto. Ball played back to him. Dot delivery. Zitroy signaling 2 deliveries left in the over. Here comes Nagabuto again to Naveen. And he's bowled him. Played all around that one. And Nagamuto with his first wicket in Cayman Islands. Very well bowled. Naveen has no answer for that one. And a cannons into the stumps. Very well bowled. Another wicket down. It's now 42 for 2. And Eastern Caribbean very glad for that wicket I'm sure. The only way they'll win this game if they bowl India out, it's very clear. But India will still feel confident to chase this down. Run rate required. 6 runs are over. But as we saw in their innings, when the spinners came on, the runs dried up. So they have a lot of spin to contend with. You still have Jamil Buchanan. You still have Ali Eiffel to bowl. You have young Antoine Eiffel. You have Jason to bowl as well. Everybody in this field can bowl. In comes Nagamutu. First delivery to the batsman. He goes on his back foot. He plays that one straight back to him. Another successful over. And the score is 42 for 2. We're here at JPO Oval. India trying to chase down 129. Lovely day for cricket. Lovely atmosphere. If you're listening and you're on island, you can make your way to watch the game live at JPO Cricket Oval. We have a clubhouse upstairs. Food being served, drinks being sold. Lovely family atmosphere. You could go on the balcony and watch the cricket. You can watch it from the AC. Come on out and support. Watch it live. And here we go. Another bowling change. Jamil Buchanan. Very good leg spinner. A lot of variations. Represented Cayman Islands already. Let's see if he will prize out another one for Eastern Caribbean. In he goes to Larry. That one back pitched and poor feeling there. That one goes through. But very quick on the boundary to pick that up is Antoine. That one goes through Nagamutu. Single taken. Jamil looks to be stretching a little bit. But in he goes again now to this new batsman. One out the front of the hand and tugged away to short mid-wicket. And short mid-wicket left open because you have 2 very fit players patrolling the boundary. Cleo runs in, picks someone up inside the 30-yard circle, limiting them to a single. Ali Eiffel also converging on the delivery, on the ball. Comes Jamil again to Larry. Shorter. And he looks to be an under edge. And Margin Boo not going for the ball. Very aware as a non-striker. I wonder if that one, keeper's nightmare, inside edge, did it hit a digit? But a single taken. Clear inside edge. Or under edge. Jamil, a lot of revs on the deliveries. And he goes. Up and delivers. Out the front of the hand again, but this one squarer. And very well done by Kevin Basil. If that one passed him, it would have been close to the boundary. But good diving stop from the veteran. Very well done by him. I'm sure he decided he's not going to turn and run that one. He threw everything at it and stopped it. Very well done. Good piece of feeling. In comes Jamil to Larry. He throws that one up the front of the hand, and that one is skied. Will Margin Boo get it? The keeper under the ball. He dives and he takes a catch. And a celebration from Jamil. Another wicket goes. Another wicket goes. That's 3 down. Spinners in action. Successful bowling change from Captain Vic. And Larry going for a sweep shot. He takes the top edge, goes straight in the air, and swirled. Margin Boo, good effort, diving and making sure he hangs on. Wicket to Jamil Buchanan. 3 wickets down. I think it's 1 delivery left in the over. Prabhu walks out to the crease now with his team in a spot of bother. The run rate has gone down, and the required run rate is 6 over now. So it keeps going up, and the team scoring rate is actually 6 runs over as well. So They just need to keep it ticking, build a partnership here. But it won't be an easy task as there's a lot of experience in this Eastern Caribbean team. In comes Jamil to Prabhu. Out the front of a hand again, and oh, very well bowled. Dot delivery to end the over, end of a successful over from Jamil Buchanan. And Eastern Caribbean clawing their way back into this one. 7 overs bowled. Remember, we're playing 18 overs. The score is 46 for 3. And Nagabutu again will bowl another over. I'm sure he'll bowl straight through. They're putting the brakes on this India batting lineup who got off to a good start, albeit by extras. But the experienced campaigners have gone. A lot of their runs scored by their top 3 batsmen. So the middle order with some work to do. In comes Nagamutu, a short delivery, drags it down. A leg spinner's wicket, really. But 2 bounces to Ali Eiffel and limits them to 1 run. Very often we see leg spinners with a drag down and it always produces a wicket. Not on this time. And I'm sure if it got anywhere close to Ali Eiffel, apologies there, Antoine Eiffel, he would have taken that catch. In comes Nagabutu again, Prabhu, and he slashes at that one very violently. Powerful shot to the boundary on the offside. Used to be almost a cover point. But very, very, very well picked up from Cleo. Very fit, strong arm. 1 run. Here comes Nagabutu again. And this one's off the back foot. Played to Cleo again. So they're doing what they're supposed to do and keeping it ticking when the boundaries isn't coming. So it's 3 singles. They need 6 runs over. So if they keep it ticking, they should get there. But having lost 3 wickets, easier said than done with this experience. In comes Nagabutu again. That one full batsman on the back foot and catching that one right back to him. Right in front of the stumps. Very dangerous to play, but dot delivery. Oh, well done. Well done. Done from Margin Boo. Running swiftly from behind the stumps to pick up that one. Nagabutu again. And that one tossed up and pushed down the ground for 1. Margin Boo collects, over called. Very good over from Nagabutu. 4 runs from it. Keeping the game in balance. At one point, India was going at 9 and over. And the spinners have brought them back into this game. Brought the run rate down. 6 runs are over. So it's a direct replica of the first innings. Eastern Caribbean getting off that flyer. One of the overs went for 4 boundaries from Sunil, who was in top form, but he was dismissed to a spinner, which has seemed to be the formula for today. A lot of spin being bowled. In comes Jamil to Prabhu. And that one played through the offside. And sweeper on the boundary. Antoine Eiffel picks that one up and throws it back to the bowler. Let's see if Jamil could prize out another one and put Eastern Caribbean in the driver's seat. And that one is picked up off the pads. Will Cleo get round? Yes, he does. He goes around, pick it up. Only a single. Interesting. Cleo having to move a long way to his right to go and pick that one up. And they only ran a single. Interesting. Not that Eastern Caribbean will be complaining about that, but in comes Jamil to Prabhu. He throws that one up, and that one's hit through cover. Will long off, get around it. Good dive by Sunil, who stops it from going for 4. And again, only 1 run taken. 1 run taken. Good dive and stop from Sunil. Doing what he can to support the bowler in the field. 1 run taken. But a good shot. If they run a little bit more intent, I'm sure they would have had 2-2s just now. Every run counts. Take them when you can, especially against this very, very strong spin bowling lineup. Jamil now, bowling, and changing field. Dead ball call, square leg, moving to the boundary while Jamil was bowling. Umpire calling dead ball. See that? We'll see what Jamil can do here again. Looking to prize out another wicket here. In he goes. Well bowled. Ooh, that one skews off the outside edge. Picked up by Jason. You haven't seen him in the attackers yet. Known for always picking up a wicket when he bowls. Golden arm. But Eastern Caribbean in the driver's seat right now. In comes Jamil. And he throws that one up. And Ali Eiffel, he goes under that one. And he takes that one reverse cup. Another wicket for Jamil. Another wicket goes. Very well taken from Ali Eiffel. Jamil Buchanan with another wicket. Celebration time for him again. His famous celebration, the big X. And as long as he's celebrating, that means that Eastern Caribbean is in the driver's seat. Prize out another wicket. He should have pushed that one down the ground for one, but Jamil throwing that one up and inviting the drive. Fielder feeling that he could have taken on the long on fielder. But Ali Eiffel take a couple steps in. A reverse cup, takes the catch very comfortably. So Eastern Caribbean doing a good job here. Jamil Buchanan with 2 wickets so far. In full control of his rhythm, his line and his length. And as we see the dot ball pile up, the batsman will have to take some risk to get some boundaries, which oftentimes brings wicket. Let's see how Jamil will close out this over. New batsman, left-hander. So left-hander to leg spinner. Jamil has a very good googly. I'm pretty sure he'll use it very early. Let's see if he'll look to just close out the over or he'll go to it very early. And he comes to the new batsman. Will he get his line right first delivery? And it's straight up a leading edge. And he backpedals. If he turned sideways and run, I'm sure he would have gotten that. Batsman not running there. It could have been 2-2. But a good end to the over for the Eastern Caribbean. Good end to the over for Jamil. The score is 53 for 4. The 9 overs gone. Eastern Caribbean in full control now of this game. Slow bowlers. Quality spinners, I should say. This is quality bowling from them. Very experienced bowling. This bowling partnership doing very well for Eastern Caribbean. Nagabutu to bowl his 3rd over. 2 overs, 6 runs, 1 wicket. And Prabhu pulls that one to the deep wicket region. Here Ali Eiffel. Sorry, Antoine Eiffel. Picking up that one, throwing the ball in. Top scored again today if you missed it. Opening the batting, getting 55 runs. Very well played from the youngster. I'm sure he would have loved to got a few more. But shortened game, 18 overs. And right now, this score seems to be a winning total. In comes Mahindra. And batsman goes on his back foot. And not out by umpire Zit Roy Robinson. That's a very close one. That one looked to be pitching in line. But not out giving. In comes Mahindra Nagamutu again. Left-hander. And he works that one into the leg side. And takes a cheeky single there. Very easy single, rather. And this game moves along. And one thing to note, the spinners bowling, the game is moving at a rapid pace. We're into the 10th over now. 55 for 4. In comes Mahindra. Prabhu winds up again, pulls that one into the mid-wicket region. Antoine Eiffel picking up that one and lobbing it back into the bowler. No boundaries for a long period of time. A lot of experience here from this Eastern Caribbean team. A lot of experience. That one played through the third man region. Picked up from Ali Eiffel. Lobbed into the keeper. 1 run taken, which Eastern Caribbean wouldn't mind at this point. The required run rate goes up now to 7 over. So, clear change in momentum. Momentum has totally swung the way of Eastern Caribbean. So, as they keep piling on the pressure, noting some field changes here. As Mahindra, 1 delivery left in this over. And tucked by Prabhu. Wicketkeeper Marjinbu goes and picks that one up. 1 run. Over ball. Another excellent over. So that's 3 overs from Mahindra. 11 runs, 1 wicket. The brakes is totally on. Eastern Caribbean is in control. Jamie Buchanan to bowl his 3rd over. Now, picked up a wicket the last over he bowled. I'm pretty sure he'll be aggressive here and go searching for another one. Quality leg spinner. As he sets his field, he's setting his deep mid wicket. Let's see what he runs up and delivers now. And he bowls to Prabhu. Up he goes. A flighted delivery. And that one hit in the air, but away from the fielder. Dick runs round, picks it up. 1 run to the batsman. A good distance from him. Left-hander now on strike as we see the field changes again. See what line Jamie will look to bowl to the left-hander. Lots of gaps in the field. But they'll need a few boundaries here if they want to try and get back in this game. Game not over till it's over, but Eastern Caribbean in total control. Full delivery onto the pads and hit the square leg. Picked up by Sunil. Throws that one over the stumps to the keeper. Very good piece of cricket from Sunil. 1 run to the Indian team. Jamil going through his repertoire nicely. And he goes again to Prabhu. Up he goes, out the front of the hand. And a beautiful stumping, he's gone. Marjinbu with a good piece of glove work there. Zitroy Robinson, a former wicketkeeper, he said, you got to go. Very well done from Marjinbu. Good piece of stumping. Prabhu, back leg drifting out the crease. Ball at the front of the hand from Jamil. Off the service, kicked off the service. Very well taken from Marjinbu and a fast piece of stumping. The score is 60 for 5 now. And a 3rd wicket for Jamil Buchanan. 3rd wicket to him. Getting a good congratulations, I'm sure, from Mahindra. A leg spinner himself, which is good for Jamil, playing alongside some experience. We'd love to see him back in the national setup. Very good leg spinner. Bowls at very good pace. A lot of variations. Not just a stock leg spinner alone. As you saw that one out the front of the hand. Bowl at good pace. Good stumping again from Marjinbu. And we saw again the famous big X celebration from Jamil Buchanan. Bowling his 3rd over. 9 runs. 3 wickets. New batsman to the crease. In goes Jamil. Delivers. Leg break ball there. And the bail's taken off again from Marjinbu. But the batsman seeing what took place with the other batsman before. and he's not going anywhere. But warning told to him, I'm sure, from Margin Boo. In goes Jamil again. Fly to delivery. Tentatively prodded forward. One delivery left in this over. Good over. Good spell so far from Jamil Buchanan. This spin partnership of Nagamutu and Jamil Buchanan proving too good for the India team. In comes Jamil again. That one played off the back foot. Ball spun. Picked up from Kevin Basil, sorry. Well done. High throw. Keeper unable to gather, but picked up from the bowler himself. Excellent over. Jamil, 3 overs, 9 runs, 3 wickets. Top bowling. Top bowling. And the brakes is completely on. It looked like emergency brakes is on, actually. 11 overs gone. India needs 70 runs to win. The required run rate is 7 over. 7.78 to be exact. They're actually scoring now at 5.45 runs over. Change in bowling. Kevin Basil into the attack. Bowling to the left-hander. Loads of experience. Ali Eiffel hasn't bowled as a delivery as yet. So the captain sticking with his main bowlers right now. In comes Kevin Basil. Oh, a stumping chance goes there. Batsman, back leg, left the crease. Margin Boo unable to gather that one. He tried to parry the ball back onto the stumps, but no success. In comes Kevin Basil again. He throws that one, a fly to delivery. Batsman plays it through to deep cover. Young Antoine Eiffel picks that one up, lobs it in to Nagamutu, passes on to Kevin Basil. Batsman trod through for a single. And you'll get this with the left-hand, right-hand combination. Feeling changes are different. So fielders shuffling around now to get into position. In comes Basil to the right-hander. He throws that one up. Wide delivery call from umpire Zit Roy Robinson. Good take from Margin Boo. But wide delivery called. In comes Basil again. Short delivery. Missed from the batsman. And dot delivery. Picked up from Margin Boo, lobbed it back to Kevin Basil. As the Eastern Caribbean team, in total control. Or quicker delivery. Dot delivery. And the run rate goes up now to 8 and over. This is good stuff from the Eastern Caribbean team. Very good stuff. In comes Kevin Basil again. He throws that one up, and the batsman heaves that one. In comes Sunil, who takes an easy catch that long on. Good catch, running, collected very comfortably. Another wicket goes, and Kevin Basil into the wickets. India in a lot of trouble here. Even though I'm sure Eastern Caribbean wanted more runs on the board, but this seems to be a very, very, very good total from them now, as India struggling now. The run rate currently at 5 and over. Run rate just keeps going up as wickets fall. The experience, Kevin Basil throwing that one up, but making it land behind the length. It looks like it was going to be there. The batsman obliged and defeated in the flight. All he could do was just go through with the shot, even though the delivery wasn't there, and a good catch from Sunil, who came in and took up the steps and collected that one comfortably. This is good cricket from Eastern Caribbean. Total control. I'm sure they'll be backing themselves to win it from here. In comes Basil to the new batsman. Fly to deliver again, played on the offside. To none other than Ali Eiffel again. And that's the end of a successful over. Kevin Basil getting a wicket, 2 overs, 8 runs, 1 wicket. And the spin on this team proving too much for the India team. Eastern Caribbean, loaded with quality spin bowlers. Jamil Buchanan going to bowl his fourth and final over. 3 overs so far, 9 runs, 3 wickets. Brilliant spell of bowling so far. I'm sure he looked to close out the spell very well. I'm sure he wouldn't mind another wicket. But the field change again, left-hander on strike. Clear ploy. They have left the short mid-wicket position open all game, inviting the batsman to go across the line. Let's see what Jamil does here. In he goes. Delivers out the front of the hand again. And that one was that edged? But nevertheless, it's beat the keeper. Feel that short, fine leg runs around and picks it up. Mahendra Nagamutu, he'll throw it into Margin Boo, the keeper. No signal from the umpire. So it's off the bat. And again, he looked to be giving somebody a warning there. Looks like the batsman ran down the middle of the pitch. Just giving a friendly warning. Here comes Jamil. Delivers. Batsman chips. And he pushes that one in the offside. Jason picking up that one. And he lobs it back to his good friend, Jamil Buchanan. Right-hander back on strike now. As the field changes again. What I like about this bowling tactic so far from the Eastern Caribbean team, they have taken nothing for granted. Still continue to set the correct field, even though in total control, not going searching. Leading edge there, played back to Jamil, dot ball. And we're halfway through the over. But Eastern Caribbean doing the simple things correctly and not taking this game for granted. That one bowled on the leg side. The tucks on the leg side. Majibu picks up and throws. Oh, if he hit, he would have been a good piece of cricket from the wicket keeper. If that had hit the stumps, batsman would have been gone. Like by signal by umpire Courtney. Waiting to get a signal from the scorers there. Still waiting. Finally acknowledged. But a good piece of wicket keeping from Margin Boo. If that had hit, batsman was well short of his ground. Here comes Jamil. Looking to close out his spell. And batsman tugs that one to square leg. Picked up now by Sunil. And he throws that into the keeper, Margin Boo. One delivery left in his spell. And there's been top bowling from him. He's executed very well. Very good bowler. Lots of cricket left in him. Last delivery of his spell. And he bowls. And the batsman pushes that one to a long on. Picked up from Alistair Eiffel here. End of a spell from Jamil Buchanan. Top bowling spell from him. 4 overs, 12 runs, 3 wickets. Top class bowling. And I'm sure he's going to be congratulated from his teammates now. Shake up the hand. Oh, he hands him a bottle of water. The captain hands him a bottle of water. But very well bowled from Jamil Buchanan. He's done very well. High five from experienced Ali. Ali himself playing a lot of cricket for Cayman. And I'm sure he'll be very pleased to see Jamil bowling so well. As you all know, he's on the other side of his career, but very fit. Very fit. Still playing cricket at the highest level. This looks to be Mahendra. Changing bowling again. He comes back now. He'll look to finish his bowling spell. And he goes to Anush. He throws that one up. Played to square leg. Picked up fumble from Vic Danaram. Allowing the batsman to get a single. Did they get a single off that one? Short delivery. Ball again from Mahendra. That one rushing the batsman. Dot delivery. Turns and bowls again. He's going through his repertoire real quick. Rushing the batsman. Batsman not aware of that tactic clearly. 3 dots. Dot delivery again. 3.4 overs. 11 runs, 1 wicket, 2 deliveries left in his spell. He comes, drags that one down. Played a little finer this time. Batsman able to get a single now. Vic picks up. Oh, they go for 2. Well, oh, poor wicket keeping there from Margin Boo. Yes, it hit and it stayed a bit low, but he was very upright. If he collected that one, that would have been curtains for the batsman. A very risky second run taken there. Here comes Mahindra. And played to Vic square leg, doing a lot of work. And that's the end of another spell. Mahindra Nangamuto showing his class, showing his experience. 4 overs, 13 runs, 1 wicket. And it was the partnership of him and Jamil that pretty much broke the back of this India batting lineup. When they weren't taking wickets, there was a lot of dot deliveries. Kevin Basil coming back now to bowl, but another excellent spell from one of the spinners from this team, Mahindra Nangabutu, going through his 4 overs for 11 runs and getting a wicket. So it's all one-way traffic here. 4 overs left to go. 10 runs over. Oh, that one hit to Jamie. Oh, poor piece of fielding there. Allows that one to go across him for a single. And Marjimu collects that one, ball thrown back to him. But as I said, Eastern Caribbean in total control. Goes Basil again. Single taken. Ball to Jamila at short mid wicket. He's actually on the ring. He looked to close out this over. He throws that one up. And is he stumped? Is he stumped? Batsman walking. So another stumping from Margin Boo. He didn't look to collect it cleanly. But the batsman was so far gone that he couldn't get back in time. So another stumping from Margin Boo. Having a good day behind the stumps so far. As Kevin Basil, he takes another wicket, using his experience, varying his pace very well. And Eastern Caribbean are going to run away with this one for sure. Score is 71 runs, 7 wickets. And the spinners have pretty much controlled this game. Both sides, actually. But the one that will matter will be the spinners of Eastern Caribbean, as they are the ones that have pretty much ensured that they should cross the finish line here as winners. New batsman to the crease, right-hander. Vic Dalaram setting his field. Marshalling his troops very well today. And Kevin Basil to bowl. He comes to the new batsman. Quicker delivery. Ooh, he takes that one off the stumps and he just tugs it behind square. And single taken off the mark straight away. Just join us. Top scorer for the first innings, young Antoine Eiffel with 55 runs. Very well played by him as Kevin Basil continued to bowl. Dot delivery. Opened the batting, batted through the innings. Antoine. And stayed out there and ensured his team got a winning total. Wide delivery. You'll have to rebowl that one. as the game carries on. No excitement, no boundaries being scored, but wickets being taken or dot balls. So that's the end of Kevin Basil's over. And now the required rate has gone up to over 11. But importantly, India losing 7 wickets. And they should have another change in bowling now. This looks like Ali Eiffel, the experienced campaigner, looks to go and bowl from the top end. As I said, very experienced campaigner, just getting to bowl. The partnership bowling of Mahindra Nagabutu and Jamil Buchanan was top class, bringing their team back into the game after the Indian Stars got a somewhat of an easy start, giving them all the extras bowled at the top, a couple of boundaries, but experience showing here. In goes Ali Eiffel, leg spinner, dot delivery, ball played to point, picked up by Cleo. Let's see if he could prize out a wicket here and get his name in the wickets column. I'm sure he'll be bowling to that. Normally bowls wicket to wicket. That one dragged down and pulled. And Feeler backward square. Picks up that one. He throws it into the keeper. And unable to collect that one cleanly. And batsmen get 2 runs. Lovely day of cricket here. Stay tuned for the second match. Here comes Ali Eiffel. Throws that one up outside the off stump, but very wide. As signaled by umpire Zitroy Robinson. Yes, next match, Jamaica versus the Cayman Islands. Both teams qualifying already. And that one hit over the top. Too long off. Jason picking up the ball and throwing it into Ali Eiffel. 1 run down the ground. This has been an exhibition of good spin bowling from the Eastern Caribbean team. Good exhibition. Picked up by Jamil. At point, no run taken from the batsman. Ali again. Pace off the ball and stroke to long off. Jason picking up that one. 1 delivery left in the over. Batsman here looked to probably be batting out. That one played across the line. He swings and misses. Dot delivery to end. 5 runs coming off of that over. And I think Kevin Basil will be coming to bowl his 4th now. Or is it Jason? Yes. No issues there. Captain Vic giving everybody a chance, sensing that he has got this one in the bag. Jason being given an opportunity to bowl here. But with the golden arm, as I've said, something always happens when he picks up the ball. Very good person, might I add. Trains hard. Loves the game of cricket. Good team person. Captain giving him an opportunity here. As he warms up, he bowls one to his good friend, Jamil Buchanan. And he'll go to his mark now. Interesting field. Long off, but mid-on. In comes Jason. Bowls that one very well bowled. And the batsman taking a single there. Feelers on the ring. I guess that's a clear ploy. Understanding that boundaries can't, singles can't hurt them. Team needs boundaries. Here comes Jason again. And flicked. Wow. Somewhat of a scoop. And batsman wanting 2, but sent back. I think they just want to bat out the innings. very, very hard for them to win from here. Here comes Jason again. And we'll wait for the umpire's signal if that was off the pads. Yes. Courtney signals leg by. As the game moves on. 1 over left after this. And the Eastern Caribbean will come out victorious here. Short delivery. Batsman looks to get some glove or on the edge on that. Wait and see, yes. No signal from the umpire, so runs given. Comes Jason again. I'm sure you'd like to get a wicket. And played onto the leg side. Picked up from Jamil in the cow corner region. Throws it back in to Jason. 1 run taken from the batsman. These two batsmen have decided that they're not giving it away. In comes Jason again. And very well played. Should be only 1 run again. Cleo coming in from square leg, picking up that one, throwing to keep a margin boo. 1 run taken over bowls. And we're down to the last over of the innings. Eastern Caribbean wanting to run away. And, well, Sunil, not normally known for his bowling, will get the last over. Eastern Caribbean know they cannot lose from here. Captain Vic just trying to get everybody in the game as much as possible. So there'll only be one person, barring the wicketkeeper, that never bowled today. That'd be young Antoine Eiffel. Doing the job with the bat and just patrol the boundary pretty much the whole entire game. So, last over to be bowled. Sunil. It comes now, and I'm pretty sure Eastern Caribbean just wants to come off the field now. Here comes Sunil. Throws it up, and he's bowled. A delivery thrown up. It looks to be an inside edge onto the stumps from the batsman. It looks like it was a delivery to be hit far and out the ground. But batsman, all he managed was an inside edge into the stumps. And he's bowled. So Sunil, a wicket to his name. Wow. I'm sure we'll never hear the end of that. But happy for him. He had a good start with the bat today. More known for his batting, of course. Very powerful opening batsman. Got the team off to a flyer. Was out to spin. And I guess he's returning the favor back to the India team. So good all-round performance for him. A catch as well. So very well done by him today. New batsman, 8 down for the India team. In comes Sunil again. Throws that one up. And that one's hit high. Antoine Eiffel getting under the ball. And he takes that catch. Sunil on a hat trick. Wow, this game. Tell you, well done from Antoine. Ran around, the ball kept dipping. He ended up having to take out the dive and catch that one. So Sunil on a hat trick. Runs, catch, wickets. And I'm sure that the front line bowlers must be saying, what have we got to do to get wickets? In comes Sunil to bowl the last over of the day, of the innings, rather. And he's on a hat trick. Good all-round day for Eastern Caribbean. Game cut to 18 overs aside. Eastern Caribbean making 129. India needed 130 to win. Got off to a good start. They were scoring at 9 over at one point. But the introduction of spinners, Jamil, Buchanan, top spell, very miserly. Mahindra Nagamutu, the experienced West Indies cricketer, former West Indies cricketer, showing his class, showing his experience. Another miserless spell. Now, Sonny on a hat trick. Let's see if the field changes. In he comes. Throws this one up again. And dot delivery. It's like a bottom edge to first slip. I've never seen that one before. It was always a first for everything. But no hat trick, but I'm sure he'll go for another wicket in this over. He goes again, full again. And the batsman tugs at that one. And he's off the mark. And takes a single as the innings winds down and the game winds down. Stay tuned for the next match between Jamaica versus the Cayman Islands. Should be a good one. Two very competitive teams. Both qualifying already for the semi-final. Here comes Sunil again. Both are leg spinner. Wow. And that seems to be it. Takes us out from umpires at Roy Robinson. That's the game. Successful game for the Eastern Caribbean Stars. Top class bowling performance. Well batted by young Antoine Eiffel. And a very comprehensive win by them. India only managing 85 for 9 off of their 18 overs, chasing 129 after being off that flyer. They were at 9 runs over. But as I said, the introduction of spin, which has been the order of the day, we'll see how the second game goes. But as for this game, the spinners came on for India and slowed the scoring rate down, picked up a few wickets in between that. And Eastern Caribbean following the same tactic. They've gone about their business well. And end of the innings, end of the game, this one's all over. India not qualifying, but this is their last game of the season. They would have wanted to close out with a win, but it wasn't to be. Very well played by Eastern Caribbean. Coming out victorious on this one. Good all-round performance from them. I'm sure they would have wanted more at the bats, but even though that may be the case, they were still able to come out victorious. Good spin bowling from them. Young Antoine leading off the team. Esfres, well played, 55. And it's always good to see when a youngster gets some runs. Very well done. That's all from this game, folks. Stick around for the second game. As I said, Jamaica playing against Cayman Islands. Should be an enterprising one. Two teams that play aggressive cricket. Good pitch. Very well done again from the groundsman, Andrew Blackwood, producing another stellar pitch for cricket today. Stick around, everyone. We'll see you again in a few minutes. Take care.